Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Did a Battle Pass Blueprint stream, something I've cut back heavily this year, and honestly was thinking about cutting back altogether this season. We're going to be doing a Battle Pass Blueprint stream, and like I said, this year I've only been covering the max Battle Pass Blueprints. Wish the max battle pass blueprints that you can earn. This season, they've actually given two blueprints in the final victory sector. Today, we're going to be checking out the battle rifle blueprint for the Cronen Squall La Espina. La Espina. I don't really speak Spanish. I think that's how you say it, Espina. It is an animated blueprint. And I think, I'm not 100% certain, but I think there's a secret death animation that you can get for yourself using this blueprint. And I believe the death animation might be tied to also the sniper rifle. It's like a kind of hex or like a honeycomb kind of a death animation. I think that's what's tied to this blueprint. I'm not totally certain. Haven't used this blueprint at all, honestly. Cronen Squall La Espina blueprint from the victory sector from Season 3's Battle Pass. Let's play the preview animation. You do need to own the Battle Pass to unlock the victory sector rewards. So yeah, you do need to own it. Blueprint's really looking very cool, and I do like the animation on it. It's obviously very similar to the trophy hunter blueprints with the scorpion, but this one's actually animated with the red background. Now, I've heard they just nerfed the Cronen Squall in the game, and it was specifically targeting the OP-ness in Warzone. But unfortunately, that nerf has bled into the multiplayer also heavily. And apparently the Cronen Squall has been nerfed to the ground as far as multiplayer goes. And it is no longer even okay. It wasn't great in multiplayer. It was just, I liked it. It was fun to use, especially in semi-automatic. It was really OP in Warzone. It needed a nerf in Warzone, I'll admit that much at least. But unfortunately, them nerfing the Warzone stats has also nerfed the multiplayer stats, and it's apparently not great in multiplayer anymore. Not even okay, apparently. Which is ridiculous too. Honestly, the nerf, and hearing that it was nerfed into the ground for multiplayer kind of almost made me not want to do this stream. I was like, man, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth covering these blueprints. But this is a cool looking blueprint, so let's at least check it out. Comes with 5 solid attachments, no pro tuning as far as I know. Comes with the FSSOLEV laser, which is aim down sight speed, aiming stability, sprint to fire speed at the cost of laser is visible in ADS. The SZSR07 optic, which is precision sight picture at the cost of aim down sight speed. Oh, I remember this optic. I didn't really like it. Yeah, not a fan of this optic, but we'll use it. SAB comb, sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed at the cost of aiming stability and aim walking speed. 6.8 composite ammunition, which is ammo reserve, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed at the cost of damage range and bullet velocity. And the Tempest GH50 muzzle attachment, which is a vertical recoil control at the cost of aim down sight speed and aiming stability. So yeah, this is the builder you get with the blueprint. Now let's see how it looks when you change things around. Not the biggest fan of the OLEV laser. Too bright. Makes my pre-aiming a mess. Screws me over when I pre-aim. The ammunition won't change anything visually. But I suspect, I'm wondering, if there is this death animation, the honeycomb death animation or whatever, will it get removed if you change the ammunition type? Because I don't really use this composite rounds. I've heard if the guns have the same ammunition type, like this composite round thing, and you have like the option to like apply this particular, oh, there is no skin for this. I don't understand. But I've heard if you use that same ammunition type, you could potentially like get the tracers and stuff like that from other blueprints. I don't know if it's tied to it also. So yeah, that's the blueprint, the way it looks when you change attachments and stuff. It's pretty editable blueprint, with the exception of the one barrel, you know, that adds that extra chunky bit, and obviously the magazine attachment that has a very like prominent design element, and if you change that around, you lose that. But as far as the bulk of the blueprint and the animation of the blueprint and stuff like that, it stays pretty consistent throughout, regardless of how you're changing things around, which is nice. Base camos, it's obviously got a very cool animation, especially considering the camo coverage, especially considering the animation. Yeah, it's very cool. I approve. And then the mastery camos are similarly very cool. Which is nice. It's nice when you don't lose the entire blueprint. Especially with a cool design like this and all. It is a very cool like thing that all the camos look good with it. So yeah, that's the blueprint where you get it with camo and all that. Now let's jump in and try it out the way it is, and then go from there. Now, because I haven't tried out this gun since they nerfed it, let me just make sure my playlist is correct. Yeah. I guess like the first game we'll play with it in full auto. Like for me, I prefer this Cronen Squall semi-automatic, but they've definitely ruined the semi-automatic according to like exclusive testing for it. There's no more one-shot headshot potential. It's just, dude, why would you do that, man? And then apparently they've nerfed even the fire rate or something like that, but apparently that hasn't gone, that's gone unchanged. So I don't know what they're doing with that. So maybe first game's full auto, second game semi-automatic, and we'll just see how it plays.
Enemy in the action. Kill confirmed. Destroy the enemy and collect their tags. Moving here. Hostile UAV in the area. UAV on station. Dropped him. Online. Tag confirmed.
That could have been bad. Changing mags. Taking effective fire.
Guys, the audio is so fucking loud.
Enemy UAV active. Friendly UAV online.
I'm reloading. Contact here. Incoming. Reloading.
Yeah, I really don't like the optic. This was like one of the first optics you
Enemy
unlock,
UAV overhead.
and I hated it back then too.
Took a round. I'm reloading. Reloading. Grenade. Reloading. I'm reloading.
Hostile
Target
missile
down.
incoming. UAV ready to deploy.
Reloading.
We have taken the
1-1
lead.
requesting recon.
Copy. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
Copy. Longbow 3-1 on approach. Strike inbound. Good effect on target.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
KIA.
I mean, the 20 rounds in full auto are just too last. Jesus, okay.
Changing
Confirmed
mags.
one. Hostile UAV in the area.
Moving him.
Reloading.
Hostile VTOL overhead. The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back. Kill confirmed. Enemy UAV active.
Oh my god, there's two of them there.
Reloading.
Enemy UAV overhead. EKIA
Changing
confirmed.
mags. I'm reloading. Changing mags. Enemy spotted! Target down! Target area marked. I'm reloading!
Longbow 3-1, target acquired. Strike inbound.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Direct hit.
Nah.
Enemy UAV active.
I'm reloading!
EKIA confirmed.
Septic! RPG! Reloading!
Hostile VSOL in the area.
I'm not seeing the death animation.
EKIA, we secured the lead. Kill confirmed. UAV ready for tasking.
1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online.
Minute remaining. Secured the kill. Strike standing by.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
Longbow 3-1 is
Changing
on
max.
Friendly UAV online.
Be advised, UAV is
Oh, I saw it. There's a death animation is there.
Reloading.
VSOL ready for tasking.
Target area marked.
30
You're
seconds
cleared hot.
remain.
Copy. Longbow 3.
Secured the kill. Kill confirmed. The mission is complete. Well done.
$63 kills for 11 deaths, dude. Where was he getting all those kills? Oh, good God, no. I want to try the gun semi-automatic. I don't want to like have to deal with like night vision nonsense. Mrs. Peach Peach. How you doing, Peach Peach? full auto, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like the worst thing ever.
Domination. Saber 1, lock down the objectives and keep him secure. Securing Charlie. We control Charlie. We've taken the lead.
Okay, this time we'll try it on semi. It's what I preferred.
We've lost Bravo. Securing Alpha. Enemy securing Charlie. Securing objective Alpha. We control Alpha. The enemy took Charlie. Bravo secure.
Covering your 6.
Securing Alpha. Blooded online.
Throwing grenade.
Securing objective Charlie.
Throwing grenade. Enemy down. Changing mags.
We control all objectives. Secure. We're losing Alpha. Airstrike ready for tasking. We're losing Bravo. We're taking Alpha.
Target area marked. Reloading.
Copy. Longbow 3-1 on approach. Strike in.
Enemy's taking Bravo.
1-1
The
requesting
enemy
recon.
took
Dropped
Bravo.
them.
Copy that. UAV on.
Objective Alpha secure. We're losing Charlie. We've lost Charlie. Secure Bravo. Enemy's taking Alpha. VTOL ready to deploy. Objective Bravo secure.
I'm reloading. Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
Copy that. Longbow 3-1 on station. Go for tasking.
On your 6.
I'm hit. Target down.
We control 2 objectives. Enemy securing Alpha. We've lost Alpha. UAV in the area. We're taking Charlie. Ghost online.
I'm reloading.
Hostile cluster mine active. Charlie secure. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Enemies taking Charlie. Securing objective Alpha.
Around.
Objective Charlie is compromised. Get it back.
Longbow 3-1 flying outbound. We're RTV at this time.
Securing objective Charlie. Objective Charlie secure.
It's not that bad, dude, man. Like, I think it's a little dramatic with the, like, nerf to, like, the ground kind of thing. You don't get the headshot multiplier, but it's still a decent
Changing mags.
semi-automatic
Securing
build.
Bravo. Enemy UAV overhead. Objective Bravo is compromised. Get it back.
Throwing grenade.
controls 2 objectives. Get after him. Friendly UAV on station. Securing Alpha.
Changing mags!
UAV standing by. Alpha secure.
1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online.
Oh, that would have been a one-shot head. For sure.
I'm reloading.
I didn't get it
Losing
because...
Charlie.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Draft mission complete. Stay to objective secure.
No, dude.
Charlie.
Again, that would have been a one-shot headshot for sure.
Hostile cluster mine detected. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Enemy UAV active.
Did they like... So just like come through the smoke.
The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Our counter UAV is active. Hostile UAV in the area. We're losing Alpha. Enemies taking Alpha. Friendly UAV online.
Check fire. Throwing grenade. Reloading.
My god, okay, I don't know what happened there. Fucking the laser, dude.
Enemy UAV overhead. We're taking
Enemy down.
securing Charlie. Enemy UAV active.
Taking effective fire.
The lead is ours. UAV on station.
Throwing grenade.
Dude, teammate.
Objective Alpha is compromised. Get it back. Hostile UAV in the area.
Throwing grenade. Target down.
The enemy holds 2 objectives. Secure those positions.
Reloading. I'm on your 6.
UAV online. Hostile SAE near your position. Hostile cluster mine deployed.
Reloading.
We're taking Bravo. UAV overhead. We control Bravo. We're losing Bravo.
Throwing grenade.
Enemy securing Bravo. We've lost Bravo.
Linda. Check fire. Taking effective fire. Reloading.
We're taking Alpha. captured 2 objectives. Friendly UAV on station. We control Alpha. Hostile chopper gunner in the AO. Securing objective Bravo. Enemy securing Alpha. We've secured 2 objectives. Enemies taking Charlie. We're getting hit hard. Secure Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie. We've lost Charlie. Securing objective Bravo. Objective Bravo. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Enemies taking Bravo. We're losing Alpha.
Oh, why did I?
We control 2 objectives. Enemies taking Alpha.
No way! No way, dude. This is beyond a rarity to see. They did enough though. It's not half as good as it used to be. And for multiplayer, that is kind of a big step down. They should have increased the fire rate a little bit if they were gonna nerf it the way they did. Either that or give back the headshot for at least multiplayer. It's a little bit better though in full auto now, but I mean in comparison to the semi-automatic, which it really shouldn't be. I don't know, man. I don't know. Wouldn't necessarily say nerf to the ground, but nerfed unnecessarily extreme on the extremer side. Oh, nerfed in a way it didn't deserve for multiplayer. We'll keep it full auto for this one.
Domination. Capture and secure the objectives.
Got your back.
Securing objective Alpha.
Enemy visual.
Alpha secure.
Grenade! Sniper's down!
Enemy took Alpha.
Reloading.
We're taking Bravo. We're taking Charlie. Objective Charlie secure. We're taking Alpha.
I'm reloading.
Securing objective Bravo. Cold-blooded activated.
Reloading.
Dude,
Secure Bravo. Securing Alpha. We control Bravo.
no way. Come on, I had that.
Friendly UAV. Enemy securing Bravo. Enemy UAV active. They're taking the lead. Objective Bravo is compromised. Get it back. Hostile UAV in the area.
Changing mags.
Hostile cluster mine active. Charlie.
Throwing grenade. I'm
Enemy
reloading.
taking Charlie. The enemy controls 2 objectives. Get after him. We've lost all objectives. We have to turn this around now.
Changing mags.
Securing objective Alpha. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Securing Charlie. UAV ready to deploy.
Reloading. 1-1 requesting recon at this
Charlie
time.
secure. Securing Alpha. Enemy securing Charlie.
Took a round.
Ghost activated. The enemy. Airstrike
That could have
available.
been bad.
We're taking Bravo.
This is Longbow 3-1, target acquired. Strike inbound.
Throwing grenade.
No hits.
Hostile standing by.
Target area marked.
Securing
You're cleared
objective
hot.
Alpha.
Copy. Longbow 3-1 is on.
Objective Alpha secure. We're losing Alpha.
Reloading.
Enemies taking Alpha. Securing objective Charlie. The enemy captured all objectives. Fight back. We control Charlie. The enemy's gaining ground. Push them back. Enemies taking Charlie. Securing Alpha. Enemy UAV overhead. Securing Charlie. Objective Charlie is compromised. Get it back. We're losing Alpha. We've lost all objectives.
Reloading.
We have to turn this around now.
Taking effective fire.
Taking Alpha. Control Alpha. Enemy taking Alpha.
Longbow 3-1 is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
The enemy holds 2 objectives. Securing objective Bravo. We're taking Bravo. Secure Bravo. Friendly UAV on station. We've secured 2 objectives. UAV ready for tasking.
What's up, Slayer?
The enemy took
Yeah.
Bravo.
Nice.
Copy that. UAV on.
Enemy UAV active.
Throwing grenade!
Losing Alpha. Securing Charlie. Enemies taking Alpha.
Be advised. UAV.
Friendly UAV online. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. The enemy has 2 objectives. Fight securing
Changing
Alpha.
mags!
Securing objective Charlie. Friendly counter UAV is on station. Objective Alpha secure.
Throwing flash grenade!
We're taking Charlie. We're taking Bravo. The enemy controls 2 objectives. Get after him.
No. It's 2 of them there.
The enemy's advancing. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy securing Alpha. Securing objective Charlie. Secure Bravo.
What the fucking respawn is that, dude?
Mission failed. Return to base.
So yeah, that's the gun the way it was, the way you get it. Now we'll try out my build for the Cronen Squall. This is a semi-automatic build, although now like that, now that they've nerfed semi-automatic in this gun, it might not be worthy. HR 6.8 barrel, Cronen Mini Pro, FJX Z Pad 9, X10 grip, and then the armor-piercing rounds. It's not even worth mentioning, but high velocity if you were using this in Warzone. But yeah, not worth mentioning anymore, because I think they've nerfed this. It's kind of weird. Maybe we'll go with the solid color. Let's go with the red or something. Let's see what happens. Then you lose. Oh, the animation's still there. Let's just go with silver. Let's do silver. What on earth? Dude, they need to fix that. Yeah, this game's almost on its like final seasons, like it's mid-season, like mid-life, and like the preview animations, even like the preview screen, they've not fully blacked out the background and all. Dude, it's so half-baked still, dude. There's so many issues, like. Yeah, the camo coverages are so different from the preview animation in comparison to what you see in game. Is what I was getting at. And then on top of that, like if you do the like weapon preview, they've changed the background now, and it's not fully blacked out, so it looks really janky. Like it's almost like there's not enough contrast. Like so, it's too bright. It's so stupid, dude. It looks cheap, like a cheap mistake. It's like it looks like I'm playing off some janky like TV or something. It's not the TV, it's the game. This looks good though. Looks good.
Treasure 1, your task is securing Charlie. Charlie secure. We have the lead.
Yeah, they definitely removed the one-shot kill potential for this. I'm on full auto, that's why. But still, I forgot to change to semi.
Enemy is securing Charlie. We control Bravo. The enemy took Charlie. Hostile UAV in the sector. Securing objective Charlie. Friendly UAV on station. Cold-blooded online. Securing Alpha.
No, I
Objective Alpha.
dazed out.
Two objectives. Pushed. Alpha secure. Hostile UAV active. Friendly UAV online. We've secured the lead.
Yeah, they really have nerfed it too much.
Enemy is securing Bravo. We control two objectives.
Snipers down.
Sheriff, we have lost Bravo.
Drop down.
Enemy is securing Alpha.
Contact. Reloading.
We are taking Charlie. Friendly VTOL entering this sector.
Right, wolf.
Securing objective Charlie. We control Charlie. UAV ready to deploy. We have the lead.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
Chasing Mac. Throwing Zemtex. Switching back.
Enemy is taking Alpha.
Watch your fire. No, no.
Kill that guy,
Secure two
dude.
objectives. Ghost activated. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Enemy is taking Charlie.
Watch out, fire!
Airstrike available. We are losing Charlie. Hostile SAE near your position.
What? Why didn't it
Objective
drop?
Charlie is compromised. Take it back.
Oh my god.
We are taking Charlie.
This is Phoenix 2-3, visual on the target, strike inbound.
Objective Charlie secure.
Shots missed.
Friendly VTOL on station. We are losing Alpha. The enemy took Alpha. Securing objective Bravo.
Enemy proximity mine here. Get up, raise your breath!
The enemy has captured two objectives. Move to secure.
No, dude, are you kidding?
Hostile UAV overhead. Hostile VTOL incoming. You're halfway to keep fighting.
Blood for blood.
Hostile UAV active. We are taking Alpha.
Taking fuck. Not loading. Reloading.
Enemy is taking Charlie. Securing objective Alpha.
Kiki, move, man.
Hostile chopper gunner incoming.
Kiki, move!
We have secured the lead. We have lost Charlie. Enemy is securing Alpha. We are taking Bravo.
Changing back.
Enemy is taking Alpha.
No, I'm good slow.
The enemy holds all objectives. Secure those positions.
Dude, this fucking semi-automatic is
Securing
trash.
Charlie. Charlie secure. Sector. Friendly UAV on
Oh my,
hostile chopper gunner overhead.
dude, another one?
We are taking
How did
Alpha.
they give another one, dude?
Grenade! Fire!
Hostile UAV overhead. Friendly holds all objectives. Get them secured.
Fucking dog shit teammates, man.
The enemy has captured all objectives. Hostile UAV in the sector. Hostile UAV active.
In the area.
Objective Bravo secure.
Loading.
Securing objective Charlie. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Objective Charlie secure.
Tornado! Reloading.
We are taking Alpha. Two objectives secure.
Jeez, forget it, dude. This gun sucks now.
Hostile VTOL in this sector.
Drop. Loading.
UAV standing by.
Requesting recon flyer. Taking effective fire.
Recon is online.
Securing Alpha.
Target down.
Enemy is taking Bravo. Securing objective Alpha. Objective Bravo is compromised. Take it back. Objective Alpha secure. We're getting hit hard. We are losing Alpha. Friendly UAV on station. We have lost Alpha.
Sniper's
Standing
down.
by.
Target marked. Request fire missile.
Copy. Phoenix
Chasing
2-3 on
back.
approach. Strike inbound. Team facts, no joy.
Mission failed. Return to base.
Six 0 for 31? Yeah, I'm reporting that dude for 0 for 31, dude. He's feeding. How did I report him? What was his name? I'm absolutely reporting him. He was feeding kills, dude. Not doing anything. Captured, I guess. Mab. There you go. They should have something like AFK farming or some bullshit. Boosted. They used to do boosting, but I don't know what's going on. They don't have boosting anymore. So yeah, that was my build. Semi-automatic build. It's definitely feeling a lot worse than it used to be. A lot worse. So 100% the nerf has done its damage to the point that this build is no longer fun. No longer fun to use. Like, it needs the one-shot headshot. The faster fire rate's not going to help. It needs the one-shot headshot kill potential in semi-automatic for this gun to actually excel in multiplayer. Minus the one-shot headshot, this gun doesn't feel great at all. It doesn't, and it honestly could use a boost to the fire rate regardless of that. Anyway, now we're going to try out a guest build, and today's guest is the usual guest, TheXclusiveAce, TheXclusiveAce YouTuber. I have no connection to him, but like I said, been a fan of his builds and stuff like that for this game in particular. And since they nerfed the gun, and I don't have a good full auto build, I've decided to try out TheXclusiveAce's full auto build for the gun. Now, even he, when he was doing the gun guide for this gun, this was before the nerf, obviously, he also preferred the gun in semi-automatic, but this was kind of like a side build. You know, if you want to use it in full auto, this is a potential build that you could use. Now I'm guessing this is probably what would be the main build for the Cronen Squall, because the semi-automatic is feeling so bad, dude. It feels really bad. Tempest GH50, FSSOLEV laser. Again, I don't like the OLEV laser, but in this case, I think you do need it to boost the ADS speed to make it a little more aggressive while using it in full auto. So we'll keep it. No optic, none of that. X10 grip, and then the 30 round mags and Commando 4 grip. Yeah, this 30 round mag I'm going to be interested in, because if you need to use this gun in full auto, I think a larger magazine is going to be necessary. So it's going to be the main adjustment if I have to make one. Tito, move, man. Buzz off. Let's throw on poly. Movement, Tito. Just don't bug me, man. Come on, get out of here. Don't be a nerd. Mr. Tito. Don't be a little Tito. Mr. Tito. I really don't like the iron sights on this gun. Miss Pepsi. Miss Pepsi.
hot.
Copy that. Longbow 3-1 is on station. Strike inbound. Splash. Good kill.
No!
Enemy securing Bravo. We're losing Bravo.
Target down. I'm reloading. I need medical.
Securing objective Charlie.
Jesus, okay. Oh, I thought I saw someone there. Oh, damn it, I was gonna go.
We control all objectives. Maintain the perimeter. Our UAV is orbited in the area.
Max.
We're losing Alpha.
Dropped him.
Enemy securing Charlie.
No! He was not. No! That's bull. I don't like that. Excuse me?
Securing Charlie. Enemy securing Bravo.
Can you actually climb up this? Oh my god, you can. I didn't know you could get up this way.
Enemy down.
Taking Alpha. All
Or you can
objectives
gonna do a little
secured.
teabag action, so
Bravo.
you freaking little.
Lost Alpha.
I never knew you could climb up that side, dude. That's actually a very
Securing
useful.
objective Bravo. Securing objective Bravo. Secure.
Take it. Reloading.
Securing Alpha.
I'm reloading.
We've secured 2 objectives. Hostiles launched a cruise missile. Enemies taking Bravo. Enemies taking Charlie. We're losing Bravo.
Throwing grenade. Reloading.
I have your back.
Throwing grenade.
Taking Alpha. Securing objective Alpha. We hold all objectives. Keep it secure. We're losing Charlie.
Throwing grenade. This area.
Friendly UAV on station. Enemy securing Alpha.
Throwing grenade.
No.
Objective Alpha is compromised. Take it back. UAV overhead.
Changing mags!
Taking Alpha. Secure. Enemy securing Charlie. Securing Alpha. Objective Charlie is compromised.
Jeez.
Take it back.
Doesn't really climb up though.
That could have been bad.
They don't expect it. They don't expect that at all because no one's doing that.
1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Enemies taking Bravo. The enemy took Bravo. We're losing Alpha. We've got him on the run. Keep it up. We're taking Bravo. The enemy took Alpha. Bravo secure. Hostile UAV in the area. Strike ready for tasking.
Be advised, UAV is exiting
Target
the
area
AO.
marked. You're cleared hot. I'm
Longbow
reloading.
3-1, target acquired. Strike inbound.
We have secured the field. Mission accomplished.
Gun's decent full auto.
Impact, no hits.
Yeah, but the semi-automatic's trash. Like, it's not worth it. Not trash, but it's just not worth it. You're not getting a reward for it the way you should. So yeah, that was Exclusive Ace's full auto build. Link will be in the description for his channel if you guys want to go check him out. I do recommend him. Highly recommend him. His content's been killer this year. Alright, for this last build, I've kind of put together a theoretical build. Although I feel like I should make some adjustments, but I wanted to keep the blueprint similar, like not lose the blueprint, the visual of it, but change things around and see if I can create a full auto build that might be a little bit more for me. While not really, like, for me, meaning similar to what I had with my semi-automatic build, but this would be more in line with a full auto build. So Tempest GH50 muzzle attachment. Now, instead of the HR 6.8 barrel, I'm going with this LR 6.8 22-inch barrel. Mainly because of the visuals. Honestly, that's the main thing. The reason I swapped the barrel. Like this one, it's just the barrel that sticks out, whereas this one adds that little extra piece at the end, right? That kind of ruins the like blueprint visual. So this is maintaining the blueprint more. Cronen Mini Pro, I like my optics. I'm going with this B66 pad, but I'm tempted to remove it and add the 30-round magazine. But for the time being, let's go with the B66 pad and then the X10 grip. And mainly because by changing the like magazine, we're gonna lose that, which is a pretty cool looking magazine. Let's be real, it is very cool. So yeah, it's kind of like a hybrid my build full auto conversion build kind of thing. Hybrid my build exclusive ace build kind of thing, sort of, not really. The only thing exclusive ace build is like the muzzle attachment, but even that's part of the like blueprint. So just a theoretical potential full auto build. Potential my full auto build. And since we've maintained the blueprint pretty nicely, let's not add any camo, nothing. Let's just see how it is. Mrs. Pepsi. After this game, Pepsi. Let me finish my game and then I'll give you guys. No. We're not gonna learn anything from shipment. I actually want to try out this build properly, not just mindlessly shoot and see. Had it been my semi-automatic build, I might have been okay, like whatever. But I was actually glad to try out my semi-automatic build also on a regular map because it definitely didn't feel good. It didn't feel great. I don't think I'll be using it in the future. Unless they... Dude, again, really? No, we're not doing shipment. I'd rather die a lot on a regular map and at least have a good feel for the build than slay the hell out in shipment and feel nothing for it. Mr. Tito? Mr. Tito? Mr. Nerdy Boy Tito? Oh, good God. Okay.
Domination.
Game's too far gone. Game's too far gone. I want a full game. Or for the most part, a full game. I've been, for some reason, calling them Mr. and Mrs. and Miss. So this is Mr. Tito, Miss Pish Pash, Miss Pepsi, Mrs. Goggle Goggles, and Mrs. Diddy-doo Daddy-doo. Like I'm like the butler. The butler.
Team deathmatch. All Saber, you've got the nod. Weapons free. The lead is ours.
I'm fading here.
We've lost the lead.
Throwing grenade. Need medical. With you, mate. Changing mags.
Taking the lead. Cold-blooded. Enemy UAV overhead.
Move! Jesus Christ, dude. Give me a fucking break.
Hostile VTOL overhead.
Check fire! Taking effective fire!
UAV ready to deploy. Hostile cluster mine
1-1
detected.
requesting recon at this time.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Dropped him!
Airstrike standing by.
No.
Target area marked.
Bingo.
Copy. Longbow 3-1 on approach. Strike inbound. Shot Smith. No joy.
Hostile VTOL incoming.
Reloading!
We've lost half the field. Fight back. Hostile UAV in the air.
Enemy down! Flash out! Express point. Crazy Max. Changing mags! I'm reloading! Target down!
Friendly cruise missile approaching target. Enemy UAV active. Friendly UAV online. Enemy UAV overhead.
That could have been bad. Reloading!
Hostile VTOL in the area. Getting hit hard. Hostile care package in the area. Hostile cruise missile launched. Mission compromised. We've been defeated.
Theoretical full auto build, didn't really like it. Didn't like it. I actually preferred exclusive aces full auto build. I'll be real. The change I would probably obviously do is lose the laser and go with an optic for exclusives build. That'd be the main thing. Maybe even lose the commando foregrip and go with an ammunition type or something like that. Could go like that. Could do something like that. Or either ammunition, or you could even go with the stock. Go with one of these stocks. Pepsi, Miss Pepsi. Yeah, I guess it was worth trying it out at least. This build would be interesting if it had a much faster reload speed. Like 20 rounds, the best you're gonna do is getting 2 kills with it, and then you're like gonna be sitting there reloading for God knows how long. For a 20 round mag, the reload time is way too long. It's way too long, especially for a gun like this, where like the ammunition type is in the position it is. Like usually I would think the gun, like they're built like this so you can have a very quick reload speed. That's the purpose of having like this kind of like ammo style build on the gun. But it's very slow. It's very slow for this game. Making it like you probably want the 30 round mag, and then the main reason I wasn't so pro about this was I don't know if I was seeing the value to this barrel. I'm not totally sure I was seeing the value. It might have been good. I don't know. But if I had like a faster reload speed, I might have been more inclined to staying. Yeah, this is a good build. But I guess you could go with the perk, the fast hands perk, and then that would help. But I think just base reload speed is needing a buff for that build. So yeah, La Espina, I don't know. La Espina, Cronen Squall, battle rifle, checked out, played with, disappointed. I want to say enjoyed. I did actually enjoy the blueprint. The blueprint's awesome, but the fact that they nerfed the Cronen, it's sad. It's sad. Disappointing. Blueprint comes with the SZSR07 optic, FSS OLEV laser, Tempest GH50 muzzle, 6.8 composite ammunition type, and the SAB comb. Yeah, it looks cool. The animation's awesome. The camo coverage is awesome. Build isn't horrible. Definitely the optic is awful. I don't like the optic. But that can be swapped out. Very editable. Everything you'd want from a blueprint. And then they nerfed it. And then they nerfed the gun. And it is no longer a great gun or fun gun to use. It is a decent, like, it's still decent full auto. It's not horrible full auto. But as far as I know, the TAC-V is still the, like, go-to full auto battle rifle. Oh, you don't, really? Her name isn't Pepsi, though. Her name's Jennifer. And I just call her Pepsi because she used to fart a lot. So she became my carbonated beverage cat with all her farting. It became Pepsi. I used to call her like Pappy and all. Yenny, then Yenny Papa, and then Pappy. And then because she used to fart a lot, she became Pepsi. So she's Mrs. Pepsi, Miss Pepsi now. Miss Pepsi, what do you want, Miss Pepsi? What can I do for you, Miss Pepsi? It's dinner time, Pepsi. So yeah, it's unfortunate, really like a downer note that the gun got nerfed and is no longer something special, or in my opinion, had a good place in the game, in multiplayer, had a good place and was competitively like, you had a good like, oh, is it this one or that one, you know, when it was in semi-automatic. Like, I actually liked it semi-automatic, even though it might not have been the OP semi-automatic battle rifle, but I liked it. Now I don't. I really don't. Now it's too much work and not enough reward. And yeah, I think the biggest disappointment about the nerf to this gun isn't that it got nerfed. It's the reason it got nerfed and the way it was handled. Like, dude, this is the same issue that we've had since Modern Warfare 2019 to this date. The guns are getting nerfed, and because it's tied to Warzone, they're nerfing it for Warzone, and it's affecting multiplayer. It's like, dude, these guys have not learned a thing in the last 4 years, dude. Not a goddamn thing in the last 4 years. And it's disappointing. It's disappointing that multiplayer has to like take the burden because they can't get the like tune-in right for like Warzone. Just have separate values for the guns. Tune for Warzone, don't mess with the multiplayer. How hard is that? How hard is that to like just ask for? Have separate tune-in, like have it completely separated so you're not messing up the game. Yeah, I can't wait till next year, dude, where like every adjustment that they make for the new game, or like for the following year, like when Cold War comes out, every adjustment they make for that game is going to completely break Modern Warfare 2. Because they need to fix Warzone, and because Warzone's so heavily tied to Modern Warfare 2, everything breaks because everything is too connected. It's so disappointing. I mean, I understand the nerf in Warzone, but so disappointing that it's got ruined. It ruined it for multiplayer for us. And I've been thinking about it, and you know, a lot of people have been digging on Call of Duty for trying to be a jack of all trades in the shooter industry, right? Like a gaming industry. They've got DMZ, Warzone, multiplayer, the raids, Spec Ops, zombies. They've got all these things in the air, and they like do everything, but they don't do anything particularly well, like because everything takes a hit for because they're spreading out the talent across everything, and one thing gets more focus, and then everything else gets left behind. Like last time, it was Warzone that got all the focus, and then multiplayer took a massive hit, and like no one cared. Like none of the developers actually like put time into like caring for the multiplayer. And then this year, people suspect it's DMZ that's getting all the love and attention, and now Warzone and multiplayer are getting the hit, and it's not getting treated properly and stuff like that. I think, like, I actually like the fact that Call of Duty is doing all of it. Like, personally, I think that was an intelligent and natural evolution of what Call of Duty is and is going to be in the future, right? Because it's such a huge game, no doubt, and it's a huge game that they tend to like to chase trends, you know? It's not like they've kind of lost their own identity in the game, and it's become like this generic, like Call of Duty is this generic game that's just constantly chasing all the trends, right? So it makes sense that they're going to be chasing all the big trends and trying to like incorporate it into their game, right? But what's happening is the way they've structured the studios, I feel, is the mistake. Like right now, a studio develops one of their games for like the entire like the entire selection of stuff that you're gonna get for that game for the next year, right? Like this year it was Infinity Ward that was heading it, even though all the studios help, right? But it's Infinity Ward heading it, right? Next year it's supposedly Sledgehammer, and then the following year it's gonna be like Treyarch, right? It's like that, right? What I think they need to start doing now is not necessarily heading the entire catalog of the year, but I think they need to like now start like directing studios to focus on specific elements of the game. So, for example, I've said this many times, I honestly think Infinity Ward doesn't have the passion for multiplayer anymore. Whereas Treyarch, I feel Treyarch might actually still have that passion, I hope. So if I was like an executive or something, I would make Treyarch the head of the multiplayer selection for the game in its entirety every year. Like they are the ones that focus on, like obviously they have teams like that they're directing and controlling, and then they might need multiple teams for 1 year and then the next year, so they're controlling both teams. But Treyarch handles the multiplayer, okay? Since Infinity Ward is so like in love with their DMZ mode, let Infinity Ward just focus on the DMZ mode. So like they're the ones controlling the DMZ mode and fixing it and making it better and all that. Let Raven Studio or whatever, who's handling the Warzone thing, handle Warzone. And you know, then let the other studios kind of like, I don't know what Sledgehammer would do. But even Treyarch, the sad thing is Treyarch does everything, man. But maybe Treyarch can do like the zombies mode. And I hate saying this, but because Sledgehammer's not been particularly great. But you get what I mean. If they handle, like they focused, one studio focused as the primary like handler, the head of this section of the game, and they're the ones controlling it. Whereas as opposed to where Infinity Ward's trying to control and juggle all the balls for this year's game, right? Then I think each division would have a more solid final product. Because Treyarch would make sure multiplayer is at its peak, you know, because that's their main responsibility. Or if zombies is their main responsibility, zombies is at their peak. Same with like DMZ, same with Warzone. Whoever's running that specific division would be the one that had that invested interest to make sure that game, that mode is at its highest quality. Right now, it's spread across all the studios, yet only one studio is sort of the head and all. It's a mess. And that's why you get these kind of like half-baked games and like half-baked modes that aren't really like feeling fully fledged out and fully like tuned to the way it should be. And obviously separate the stuff, dude. So like if there needs to be a nerf to a gun in Warzone, let it just be to Warzone and let the tuning be what it needs to be for the like multiplayer. I think TheXclusiveAce said it the best. The guns can feel similar, like have the same recoil, have like XYZ, the same sounds and all this, that. But then the damage values and stuff like that can be different for Warzone and multiplayer, so it balances it out better. Like in this case, they've balanced it out for Warzone, but because of that balancing, the damage profile and all is rubbish now in multiplayer. And it just doesn't feel great anymore. Not much, Rogue. You caught me at the end, though. You haven't missed much. We tried out this La Espina Cronen Squall blueprint. It's the Victory Sector blueprint for the Battle Pass in Season 3. So we tried out different builds with it and all. It's actually a pretty cool like blueprint. You know, the one thing I did, that death animation, I could definitely see it happening sometimes, but I couldn't actually enjoy it personally as the shooter. I think that's more like because you can kind of see the the gold glow from the honeycomb effect, but you don't actually see the honeycomb when you're in those gunfights as the shooter, right? So I didn't notice whether like the animation was there when I changed out the ammunition type. I'll have to like watch the VOD or something to see what the case is, if that death animation is tied to the blueprint fully, or if it's only tied to the ammunition type, and by changing that we lost the like death animation. That'd be unfortunate. I suspect that is the case too. That's what I've heard is the case, that it's tied to your ammunition, and the minute you change the ammunition, you'll lose that death animation and the traces and stuff like that. This gun doesn't have any traces, but yeah. Yeah, I think that would be the ideal way to handle this game's like future, is just having tons of studios working on the same game. That's fine, and the way they're doing it, but having different studios take the leadership role for the different segments, I think is actually the wiser thing to go about the future of CoD. Like, by doing that, the responsibility for that mode and the success of that mode is more on the shoulders, not like right now, everything is on the shoulders of Infinity Ward, right? So the entire success of the Call of Duty franchise this year is all on Infinity Ward's shoulders. By spreading out that load, it'll make things easier for everyone. See, the sad thing is, like, it's the vision suddenly that becomes the big selling point. Right now, obviously, the main reason they have Infinity Ward heading the thing is that vision of theirs. Like, it's the Modern Warfare 2 vision. Whereas, like, if Treyarch was heading it, they'd have the Black Ops vision, right? And that's where things start competing against each other, right? I think having a studio's central vision across the board is valuable. But then in that same vein, the studios need to be in a more leadership role where they're more responsible for the entirety of their said sections. So this year, the theme is Modern Warfare 2. But then who is handling multiplayer? Because right now, I honestly don't even know who is handling multiplayer. I guess Infinity Ward, even though they don't want to, clearly. And same goes with Warzone. Same goes with DMZ. And unfortunately, there's so many divisions now, like ranked mode, then raids and things. Honestly, it's getting a little crazy. Getting a little bit crazy. I still think, though, like, if Infinity Ward wants to handle the raids and the DMZ mode in its entirety for the next decade, let them. But let some other team handle multiplayer, because it needs someone focused on it full time to make sure it's getting the like proper treatment, which right now, in my opinion, it's not getting the proper treatment. And yeah, honestly, it was this close to not bothering even covering this gun, because like I said, when I heard the Cronen got like nerfed in multiplayer the way it did, just to like fix it for Warzone, it irritated me to no end. To the point where I was like, man, I'm sick of this game. I'm sick of this game focusing and fixing XYZ in modes that I have no interest in and ruining what I'm interested in. And I was loving the Cronen, dude. It became my main battle rifle this season. Like, after I finished grinding, I was like, damn, I like it a lot, man. Even though it's not the best in multiplayer, it wasn't the best. Now with the nerf, it's like, dude, no way I should be using this, man. No way. And such a cool blueprint too, this one. And the fact that it's nerfed now, it's gonna get used even less, because like, dude, I would 100% main this blueprint. If the Cronen was still my main like battle rifle gun, this would be the blueprint I'd be using as my main Cronen build. But anyway, maybe they'll fix it. Maybe they'll go back and realize that the nerf was a little too extreme for multiplayer, and they'll fix it specifically for multiplayer and not mess. I don't care what they do with Warzone, man. I really don't. I don't like learning a gun and realizing, oh, I really enjoy it and all, only to have it like nerfed and all, and I have to keep up with those nerfs and buffs and stuff like that. So I have to kind of relearn it every time they nerf it and see whether I actually enjoy this gun anymore or not. Like, is this still my favorite gun? No. Yes, no, maybe so. The fact that those nerfs and buffs constantly are just constantly happening to an extreme where it changes the feel of the gun and my enjoyment for the gun makes me even less likely to want to buy these blueprints and stuff in the store and all. Because I'm like, man, if I buy this blueprint for this gun that I like so much, it'll be nerfed next season, then I'm not going to use this blueprint whatsoever. It's kind of the case with this blueprint here. Like, such a cool one. Loved it. Is it worth grinding out the battle pass and completing the season? Sort of. But now that they've nerfed the Cronen, is it? I don't know. Anyway. I do plan on covering obviously this season they gave 2 like victory sector blueprints. One is the Cronen and the other one is for the sniper rifle. There's another reason I don't like doing these battle pass things. Like, I'm gonna be forced to play with a sniper that I don't like playing the gameplay of. But we will at some point before the end of the season check out the sniper rifle also and play with it and try it out. I'll do it, but I don't know when. Soon enough. Other small reminder for those of you, right now the Halo HCS event is going on. HCS Dallas event is going on. It's like the Call of Duty majors, but like the Halo version of it, right? If you watch it on Twitch, there are drops for the Halo game, a weapon coding. I think it's like Ember Hex or something like that. Is the weapon coding for various weapons and different times you need to watch and dates you have to watch. And there's also like a partner's stream blueprint camo that you can earn. So if you watch the partner streams also, you'll get it, something. So yeah, this weekend, Halo event and drops enabled for Twitch if you watch that event. So just heads up. We'll be checking it out at the end of the week. I mean, in the beginning of next week, once I've earned everything. We'll do a little stream playing Halo and trying out the new coating that I got from the watch time. Yep, but heads up, once I do cover it, the event will be over. Nice thing about the Halo drops though is they always bring back second chance opportunities for it. So even if you miss out, you'll still be able to like at some point earn them. Unlike the CoD ones. Anyway, that's it for now. It's actually such a cool blueprint. And I hope I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they fix the nerf on multiplayer so it's not so bad. Because this blueprint's awesome. And I would actually love to be like maining this as my battle rifle, the blueprint in particular, as my main Cronen Squall like battle rifle blueprint because I like the Cronen and all that. Right now, the semi-automatic is not so bad. It's okay. I think if you get a headshot and all, it's like decent. If you're not getting the headshot, not so great. It's just the ammo count and like, you know, the reload speeds and all that hold it back. It's the semi-automatic that they need to fix. That the nerf needs to be reverted for the semi-automatic. Give me the one-shot kill potential for it. And honestly, like, I don't think they nerfed the fire rate, but maybe buff the fire rate a little bit even and stuff like that. Such a cool gun, such a cool blueprint. Unfortunate what they've done. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. Plan for tomorrow, I do have like family lunch, pretty cool family lunch. We're going to like a fancy chef's lunch like thing or whatever. So I'll talk about it tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, I'm going for that. After I come back, I'll decide. It'll be either Battlefield or maybe Plunder. Either Battlefield or Plunder is my guess, is what we'll do tomorrow. Most likely. Again, tentative. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. And I will catch you later. Bye. Yeah, I actually really like this blueprint. It's so freaking cool. It's just too bad they nerfed the gun the way they did. Otherwise, this would be next level blueprint.